right, in three, two, one. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Platinum Podcast, episode 18. And for sure, we already manifested it, and we got the brother David Cha back. How's it going, man? Also known as DC Reacts, as a lot of people watch your channel.
What's good, man? Everything's been good, bro. Thanks for this little talk, reaching out and everything. So everything's been good.
That's good. So first of all, man, how you been since you totally switched up on everybody and changed the whole channel?
I've been good, bro. Like I mentioned before, when we first had our conversation, I was telling you that I've been going through a lot, you know what I mean? Like especially with my parents moving away, and then just a whole bunch of stuff just running through my mind. So I just kind of switched it up because I had to find myself again, you know what I mean? So
for sure.
It was a big 180, right?
Yeah, you can say that, man.
Yeah, but everything's been good though. Hope everything's been good with you.
Pretty good, man. Took a little break with the podcast. Just starting to get back up again. What is it? My last episode or my previous guest, Chinchilla, that should be up and running by the time this comes out. So make sure you guys go check that out. But yeah, man, just working, grinding, and trying to get as big as you on YouTube, man.
Man, big. Ain't nobody big over here, bro. But shout out to Chinchilla, by the way, man. That's the homie, man. One of the coolest dudes in the game. If y'all ain't know yet, man, dude is stupid humble. I shouldn't even say stupid humble. I should say super humble. Man, just love the guy, man. He's just doing his thing, and just want to give him a shout out as well.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Chinchilla, man. But yeah, let's move it a little back, and you said that you had to switch it up just to change it up and kind of find yourself again, or re-find yourself again. How is that going? How is that process going?
It's been fun, man. It's like a new beginning almost. Like a few years ago, I've always been the type to really try different things and experiment and try to grow from it, So
yeah,
I think that's how I got to becoming DC Reacts, because I was trying things, and then that kind of stuck with me for a little bit. So, but just going back to answer your question, man, it feels good again, man. Like just to get back healthy, straight sober, and man, I haven't drank for a while, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
it feels good. It feels good.
Cheers up. I'm drinking without you, but cheers up,
hey,
man.
Cheers up, man. Cheers up. H2O. But definitely feels good, bro. Definitely feels good, man.
That's
a lot
good,
of things on my mind have been clearing out, and everything just been coming together.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been, watching your channel too. And do you get a lot of messages and comments saying like they want to see more, want you to go back to your old channel or like go back to your old ways of your channel and react to a lot of new things still?
I see it, I see it, but not like hella, but I do see it. But it's nothing wrong with that, because I understand that I built the channel based off of reactions.
Yeah.
And I'm already expecting to get some people to request it, and I don't blame them. But yeah, I do get it, and I just not right now. Like I'm just not doing it right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, go ahead.
Nah, my bad, man. I just don't want to talk too much,
No, you good, man.
I don't want to, keep going though.
Okay, yeah. But then you kind of switched up your channel and, kind of called it DC Reacts The Journey. And you kind of like right now have these kind of videos, kind of voiceover over videos over like the vlogs you do with your family. I think that type of thing is really cool. For me, I started out my podcast with just, talking to myself or like, thinking to myself and thinking about my life and, kind of in a way you are kind of reacting to your own life and recording it, so I think it's really cool. For those, do you kind of just freestyle it or do you like actually write it out before you do?
Oh, hey man, appreciate that the kind words, bro. I didn't even think of it that way, like reacting to my own life really.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that's something to think about now. I just freestyle it, bro. Like I'll edit the video,
yeah,
and then I'll play some music, and then I just throw on the headphones, just kind of sit in front like this, and just talk, just
Yeah, for
talk, and
sure.
then just watch the video and just talk along with it, and just whatever comes to my mind. That's all I've been doing, my little voiceovers lately.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, that is such a cool thing and kind of a different side of DC. You know what I mean? And have you been getting any type of messages like encouragement or kind of like like people saying like we're so glad to see you better, we're so glad to see you happy? You know what I mean?
Definitely, bro. Definitely. I got a lot of messages saying that I've inspired them as well to make a change,
Mm-hmm.
or they're happy to see me doing good, and all that stuff. Just good energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love it. Like, I'm not like super spiritual or nothing like that, but like I do believe in like positivity, and I do
Mm-hmm.
believe in like you get what you put out. You feel me? So and everybody else know that my channel is mainly based on positivity even
Yeah.
before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's not a lot of negativity on the channel anymore, but
Yeah.
I do get those messages, and those are the ones that um I always look forward to, man, to be honest.
Yeah, and right now I've been seeing, I mean, even with your earlier videos, right now you've been getting a lot of ads on your videos. Is your channel monetized now, or?
Oh, it's been monetized since like when I had 1,000 subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like I make anything off of it. I just turn
Mm.
it on because it's like whatever I'm already putting out there,
Yeah.
might as well just throw it on.
Mm-hmm.
But I try not to put on the non-skippable ones, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, but I do throw it on there, but like I said, it's not like YouTube's paying me hella money or whatever,
Mm.
nothing like that.
Is it
Just
just kind of like a couple bucks here and there?
yeah, like honestly, bro, like the most I would probably make in a month off of YouTube, just from my little channel, is probably like $150 a month, something like
Mm.
that. And there's nothing to be proud of, nothing to like joy over, or nothing to be like I'm
Right.
making money on YouTube. It just is there, and it just sits there. It just grow, whatever I get, it just sits there. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm trying to spend it or on anything.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, ever since I started monetizing, that was like the most I've gotten, like 180 a month.
That's cool, man. I mean, like, as a small channel, I think it's cool to see, kind of like that progress and that growth with the channel. You could always throw that money back into the channel, and reinvest.
Right.
So I think it's cool to see that with small channels, especially Moan, channels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what you've been up to lately? Just kind of, daily, not daily vlogging, but kind of vlogging with your family. I see you just put out, you guys went to go to San Fran and we just
Yeah.
took a little vacay over there.
I just said, you know what? It was I think my day off, right? My day
Mm,
off, and then I was busy on Sunday, and on Monday the kids have school. So that Sunday night, I was like, you know what? Tomorrow we gonna skip school. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I was like, I know I'm always putting pressure on them, and do good in school. I'm always like making sure they do the work. But that day I was just like, you know what? Let's go get some air and shit. Like, I was busy on Sunday, so it was like, oh, for real, let's go. And then my wife, she put in time to take off, and then we just headed out there to the bay to get some fresh air, man. Went to the beach, Frisco. So if we had a cool little time out there.
that's cool, man. I mean, sometimes it's good to take a break. You know what I mean? I talked about taking a break a lot in my channel because I've taken a lot of breaks in this channel. So sometimes it's just good to go outside, get some fresh air with your family, and enjoy nature.
Yeah, for sure.
And talking about your channel, how do you see the future of your channel right now? Because you didn't really you didn't really take out the reacts, but you added the journey. So what
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people would be wondering, if they still don't get your channel right now and the content you're making right now, how would you explain the evolution of your channel?
The journey, man. The journey basically means like just moving forward, man. Just moving forward. Anything you do, like I'm super open. Everybody knows that.
Mm,
I don't really hide a lot on my channel. Like I just like to be like authentic. I don't really. I'm not showing. I'm not trying to show like I have this or that. I'm showing this is what I'm doing. And if it
yeah.
works for me, like give it a try. If it don't work for me, you guys gonna see it. So
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what the journey means. It's just basically moving forward together, and that's how I want the channel to go. And I left the reacts in there because I could be reacting to like later on like some home news or something that crazy happens or something like that, and I could talk about it. You know what I mean? Just like I started getting into the attacks on Asians, but I started realizing that was bringing me back into this negative spot. So I kind of let that go so I could continue my journey. But definitely left the reacts in there because that's what everybody knew me by. So
Yeah.
Don't want to throw that out either.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was pretty sad when you dropped that video saying you were done with reaction videos. I even made a reaction video to that video. You know what I mean? I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, I watched it.
I was half asleep, half awake, man. It was early.
It was dope though, man, because you dropped it like right away, and I was like, oh shit. And then I was watching, I was like, man, oh, little bro, show me love and shit,
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's what I was telling you, man. You ever want to hook up again? It's all good. Even though I'm not doing nothing spectacular on the channel no more, but just real shit, life shit. And I could always be down to give some pointers, whatever I know.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think in this community and in this space, you kind of like, to me, right? And I'm pretty sure to Ricky from Spoiler Force, shout outs to him. You're kind of like an older brother or like a mentor to us. We see, although you keep saying you're still a small channel, your channel's still more or a bigger than ours, so we kind of see and we kind of go off of your vibe and kind of go off of what you've been saying, and we take it to heart, you know what I mean. Just the revolutionizing and evolving within yourself. For me personally, I think your mental and your stability within yourself is so important, and I'm glad that it's somebody like you. I think I said this in the video when I was reacting. I think I'm glad it's you who is doing this because you already have a voice in this community. Everybody knows you're real, you know what I mean? Everybody knows you're raw already, and they're deep, real, bro. Like they're actually gonna listen, you know what I mean? And it takes a lot of people, or it takes a lot of guts to put your stuff out there and be real with it, So I think it's it's crazy what you're doing, really. You're being real and raw out there to everybody that anybody could see, But then at the end of the day, I think this community you've built, like they put respect, they respect on your name,
Damn, that's love, man. Like I've never heard somebody come at me that like with that much tone and that much shaped message and shit. Like that means a lot, bro. That means a lot. Like I've never heard that before, for reals. I've gotten a lot of comments stuff, but no one's ever told me that like face to face, and that's dope, man. Like much love, man. Much love. Y'all the little bros, man. I'm gonna do what I can. Like I said again, when I'm in the YouTube space, I'm just gonna do what I can to pass the torch, whatever I can. So much love again to you and Ricky both.
Yeah, for sure, man. Moving forward, just like your channel, what other content can we be seeing? I know you're doing a lot of vlogs, like we said, and kind of having a voiceover, and you're also getting in touch back with your dad. I saw that. I was like, man, I did not expect, to get this kind of deep and personal, you know what I mean? But you are, So how's that process going in? How far are you really like going in,
Man. Kind of glad you brought this up, man. This is a very emotional topic for me. I honestly thought about not putting it on the channel, but then like I wanted to share my story, and just in case there's some people out there that went through the same thing I did and don't know how to go about it. So I was hoping that me sharing my story, I would reach out to somebody. If I could just reach out to one person and could help them along the way, that would be a great achievement for myself, So that's why I decided to share on the channel and just be very open about it. And I plan to go all the way and meet him, man. We're right there to set something up to for me to fly out to Wisconsin. So I'm really working on that right next up. And that's like I'm gonna share on the channel as well too.
Yeah, man. I think that'll be crazy. I mean, if you stop by Wisconsin, let me know. I could come by.
For sure, man, for sure. When I'm out there, I'm gonna holler, man. I'm gonna post up and post it on social media and try to meet as much people as I can while I'm out there.
Yeah, for sure. Um, Man, how did your family really take that? When did you tell them before you were gonna post it, or did you kind of just post it and then they found out that way?
Just posted it, bro. Like, let me find out. Let me dig the best way to say this. All my life, I was always waiting on other people's opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And now that like I got my mind clear from like alcohol and I'm sober and I'm not smoking or anything like that, and I'm just clear, like I'm like whatever I want to do, I'm just gonna do it. And
Yeah.
then it's like I always, I'm never intended to hurt anybody's feelings or offend anybody, but I'm just gonna say what I want to say
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, it's my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about if somebody has something to say that, or somebody has something against what I'm saying. I'm not worried about it anymore. So I need to live my life. I need to find my closure, and that's just what I did. I just jumped on YouTube and just dropped it, man. And I gotta completely honest say, man, it's been a while since I did a little podcast like this, so
Yeah,
I am a little nervous still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's all good, brother.
man, it's been a minute, but yeah, I hope I
Yeah.
answered your question.
No, no, you did. I mean, yeah, like I said, man, that takes a lot of cojones, doing something real deep like that. Just kind of letting your heart out, to your audience. Did any family members like reach out to you after the video or?
Yeah, yeah, they did, man. A lot of love and support, bro. Like a
Mm,
lot of love and support. Ain't nobody has reached out to me and was like, "Yo, you're stupid for doing that," or not like that. It was always love and support. Like they hit me right away. I was like, "Man, I'm so glad you did that, and I'm happy for you." So it was always good, positive messages and text messages and phone calls only.
yeah.
And that's what's all about, man. Support, and that's what I need right now going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. That's good, man. I'm glad there was kind of like it was all good energy coming towards you instead of negative energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, man, that takes a lot of cojones, a lot of heart, just dropping it out there in the world, and um, I probably wouldn't even be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm open, I'm real, and I'm raw to my audience, but that is something that is like in my private life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What
No, I hear you, man.
what made you decide to kind of just do it? Because I know, you were clear minded and stuff like that. But to do that and drop it, and knowing that you have a pretty big audience, what kind of made you to do it?
Honestly, Austin, I just did it, bro. Like,
Mm,
there's nothing really there. Nothing that I was gonna say, what am I gonna get from this? What am I gonna lose from this? It was just like, I'm just gonna drop whatever I want on my channel. That's why sometimes you see some random ass shit on my channel, like a fucking hair buzzer. I bought it and I just recorded me opening it and just dropped it. Like, who cares? Like, I got to that point,
yeah,
like if you're gonna watch it. You don't want to watch it, it's cool. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, I'm not worried about that anymore.
right.
So it's like this talking about my dad and everything. I just like, you know what? I just happened to come in and then I picked up my phone right here in front of my desk, and then it was the call. So I was like, oh shit. And then I was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna turn on the camera, and I just
Oh,
turned on the camera. And
dang.
that's how I started recording this. And then I was like, I'm just gonna record it. And then oh shit, guys, like my dad just called, like what the fuck. And then when I called him back, I just turned on the camera and I just called him back just to capture it, And
Hmm.
after that, I was just like, you know what, I'll share a little bit. But yeah, I just kind of just did it, man. Like Austin, man, I'm gonna give you another advice for your channel, bro. When you interview these artists or whoever it may be, man, just go deep and beyond and get information that nobody else's can get from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like make it spectacular. And sometimes it just things happen for a reason or accidentally, but it doesn't matter how it happens.
Hmm.
Sometimes for the good though. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right.
the positive that comes from it outweighs the negativity. So
Mm.
just do it. You know what I mean? That's just how I could put it the best in my knowledge.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that advice too, man. You know, it has been really hard, contemplating about my channel, right? Because I don't really want to be known as that person who just kind of interviews and talks to a lot of Hmong artists. You know what I mean? I want a lot of different people and different perspectives of life and careers, in different industries. But it kind of seems like I'm kind of going into that um Hmong music entertainment type of space too, which is
Right.
fine. I have no problem with it. It's an honor just to talk to these amazing artists. But yeah, I mean, I came up to the point where it's like I was repeatedly asking the same questions to people, and I was like, man, like I do need to switch it up somehow, right? I do need to get deeper with them, and I think it would be, I think a lot of my viewers and their viewers would appreciate me getting deeper with their lives or getting deeper with their music or something. So yeah, I do have to rethink about that too.
Yeah, man, something to think about. Like I always preach evolve. Evolve,
Hmm.
change, do stuff that you never done before.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember like me evolving to this dude, this channel that I am now. I have not seen another Hmong person to just put themselves out there like that.
Yeah.
There's YouTubers and stuff, but nobody that is really just preaching about mental and mindset and love and positivity, like shit like
Yeah.
that. Like I haven't seen that yet. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that's my advice for you is if there's already people interviewing these artists, is interview them, but do it differently. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like figure
For
something else out to make it spank and make it, you know what I'm saying? So,
mm,
just to twist shit up, because honestly, like I'm gonna put it straight up, man. The Hmong community, not all, but most is very narrow-minded. So
hmm
if you're just reaching out to the Hmong community alone, it's really tough as is.
right.
And yeah, so if you want to stay in that small niche and just that little area, it's gonna be hard, and you got to do something that pops, man, for real, because they're very narrow-minded, man. Not all, like I said, but most.
Yeah, I agree. Me and Chinchilla, we I don't think it was a bad thing, but we kind of go in on, the Hmong community in our episode. We kind of go in on saying like, as listeners, they need to change and they need to evolve with the music. I know we've talked about it too on our last podcast, but they need to be more open minded on how they listen to the music. You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact that him and KT and Killer Universe and maybe even Sons of No Town, they get a lot of flack and they get a lot of criticism just because they sound differently from the other Hmong artists. And no knock on
Mhm.
the other Hmong artists. You know what I mean? They're doing a great job too, but it's just like you know KT and Kali Universe and Chinchilla, their sound is so different and it's so new to this game and to this Hmong entertainment game that nobody really wants to vibe with it yet. You know what I mean? Until maybe their favorite artist switches it up to that type of style. But I mean, we'll see what happens.
Just like everything else in the world, man. Ain't nobody fucking with it until the world's fucking with it,
Mm,
So just like cryptocurrency, the internet. Nobody believed in the internet, but
yeah,
nowadays everyone needs the internet.
right.
So it's like that, just like investing in crypto. Everybody's saying that's a scam fraud. But watch when your taxi, your Uber driver is asking you about crypto. You're gonna be like, oh shit, like everybody's
Right.
on this shit. So they gonna start getting on that shit. So it's just like that with music too.
Mm,
If they're kicking it and nobody's playing it for them, saying, hey, check this shit out, check this shit out. And that's what DC Rags was all about at the beginning, like
for
play some
sure.
music and be like, check this shit out, check this shit out, just trying to show that side of things. And but if your homie ain't showing you that shit, you're not gonna be like fucking putting it in your headphones every single
Right.
day, listening
Mm,
to what they gotta say, unless your homie say, hey, check this shit out. He really
yeah.
said something in here. So that's how it is, man.
Yeah, man. And yeah, moving along. You show a lot of your family And a lot of your son, you spending a lot of time with your son. Does your son like to be on camera? Because sometimes, as as a youngin or as a child, they see all these YouTube stars and they want to make YouTube videos,
Mhm.
or they want to make videos too. Just like my little sisters, they see it all the time and they want to do it all the time. But did your son ever show you or kind of like show an attraction of making videos with you?
How it started was like me just showing my kids more and more now.
Hmm.
Like, well, I've always spent time with my kids, I
Yeah.
just never put
Hmm.
on camera.
Right.
And everybody thinks that, like, it's like I'll see comments like, oh, it's good, and now you're finally spending time with your kids, and then it's just like, okay, it's like, it's cool, like, I'm not even gonna say that, I'll just heart the comments, whatever. But the truth is, I always spend time with my kids. I
Right.
just never had it on a camera, and then now when I do, is people are seeing it differently. But
Mm.
um like, I've asked them, like, only my wife doesn't like being on camera a lot. Like, from day one, she's always like, you do what you want, but like, don't put me in it. That's why you guys don't really see my wife in there, because I
Yeah.
respect what she wants to do. So
Mhm.
um like, that video, I asked her, like, yeah, I'm just gonna post a picture to at the beginning of the video. She's like, yeah, that's fine, but like, don't put me in there and stuff. And I was like, all right, because she just don't like social media. She's those.
Yeah.
And but yeah, my kids, I told my son, like, if you're gonna be riding me, I'm gonna be vlogging and stuff. You cool with that? He goes, yeah, that's fine with me. And so I was like, cool. And I asked my daughter, like, she was like, that's cool. And so I was thinking, this might be a good entry to bring them more into my channel. And
Mhm.
when I start doing family vlogs or just getting up and like pranking them and shit like that,
Yeah.
like, people already know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I'm just slowly introducing them to the channel.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great way to, kind of have something with you and your kids, right? It's kind of hard to find that one thing that you and your kid both likes, right? I mean, I don't have a kid yet, you know what I mean, but
Get to work.
yeah.
Just kidding.
Not yet, man. Not yet.
He said not yet.
But yeah, I think it's really important to have that kind of bond over an activity, as for you guys to create that bond. I think it's really cool, and I mean, who knows? Your channel could maybe even turn into like a DC family. You know what I mean? Like a family channel.
Right.
I think that would be pretty cool to see. To maybe even hand the camera over to your son one day, see what he does for a day.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways you could go with it.
Right.
Yeah,
It's-
but overall, I think they kind of like it. They kind of like. I think my sisters love it. Right, love making videos, and I always like, hey, like I have this many views on my video, and they're always like, what? They're so amazed of like their brother is actually like making videos and getting views. Is did your kids ever when you were still making like reaction videos and stuff up until now, did they ever understand that you were doing YouTube, or were they ever like amazed
they
by the
they
the growth?
they know what I was doing. Like, but most of the time I did it at night when they went to sleep. That's why there was
Oh,
never in my videos, because
yeah.
drinking that heavily, like, I always did it like while they were sleeping, so I
Right,
didn't want them to
right.
see me sitting there drinking and shit.
Mhm.
But like, that's something that I love to do, so I made time for it. But I made time for it away from them
Mhm.
on my own time. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah.
then, but now it's like, dude, I don't have to make videos away from them anymore. It's just
Yeah.
like, but they understand though. They understand, and they're supportive of it. Like, every time I play, they want to watch it. Like, every time
Yeah.
I record one and I just drop it, they know I drop videos like every 3-4 days. I'm dropping one. So
Mhm.
once I drop it, they jumping on it and be like, let me see what you did. Let me see what you did. So it kind of teaches me too to tend to an audience, to anybody, not
Right.
just like adults, but anybody could watch it. So now
Mhm.
I might cuss here and there, but I learn from them as well. Them just
Yeah.
watching my channel, and they laugh at what parts, and I go, okay, like, I know what to implement next. So
Yeah,
yeah,
this is
they're
cool,
supportive.
man. That's really cool to see, and you know, I bet for you, man, it's a really good experience. Kind of like, I feel like you spend time with your kids, but I think especially right now, you're spending time with your kids and putting them on camera. I think that. Do you ever think that's like kind of like a bad thing because social media is kind of a double-edged sword with being great and all to connect with family and friends and make new friends, but there's also that the dark side of social media. You ever do you ever think about that as a parent and as a content creator?
All the time, man. I used to think about that all the time. Like I understand why my wife don't like being on social media,
Yeah,
or having the kids on their social media, but you know, um, everything has a double-edged sword, though. If
yeah,
you really want to break it down,
hmm,
you could be walking to the store and get kidnapped.
yeah,
The kids, you could let them go outside and you step inside and they're gone. So
right,
everything is a double-edged sword, if you ask me. And social media, as much as I don't want to say this, it's it's basically the future, man.
hmm,
We are in the future. You know what I'm saying?
right,
It's like get with it or be left behind. And I know some people might not believe in this, but it's the truth. Like
yeah,
this is what the younger generation is doing now.
hmm,
Look how wealthy these kids get doing this shit. And
yeah,
we're over here saying that nah, don't do this shit, don't do this shit. We're holding them back from, uh, you know, what I'm trying to get
possible
at.
success, yeah,
Exactly. We're holding them back. So why not let them, if they want to experiment, let them experiment, but just watch what they do
yeah,
to certain, extent, where don't let them do too much. Don't let them show too much. Just it's just like everybody else, bro, not even kids. We go on Instagram, go on TikTok, you see, what I'm saying? You
yeah,
see all types of shit like from adults. You know
hmm,
what I'm saying? We over here worry about the kids.
yeah,
Adults are the ones that we should be worrying about our kids seeing. But it is what it is, man. It's the future. And I think that every parent should accept it to a certain extent and not hold them back so much. And that's just how I feel about it.
for sure, man. I totally agree with that, man. I think like you said, if we don't let them explore or kind of have a certain extent of freedom with accessing the social media realm, I think
Right.
they're going to be lost when they grow up and they're not going to know how to navigate themselves,
Right.
and they're always going to keep asking questions like how do you do this and how do you do that when they could have done that themselves when they were 3 to 5 years old.
Right.
Hmm,
It's not always a bad thing, you know what I
yeah,
mean? It's like it definitely could help them in a long run.
hmm, for sure. And since you've been sober from smoking and drinking, and since you've been on this kind of like open mindedness to new things and a healthier lifestyle, what have you seen positively change, like physically and mentally, ever since you started getting healthier and becoming sober?
For myself,
Mm-hmm.
man, I lost a ton of weight, bro. I came from 200 over 200 pounds. Now I'm 175.
Mm,
So that was a good amount of weight in like under 4 months. And I got addicted to other things like getting up early, man. 6 o'clock, my alarm's on and I'm up. I'm like no hesitation to get up. I just boom, get up, and just eating habits, everything changed, bro. Mental, like all this, it just cleanses everything. Like it's weird. Like, I can't explain it because like
yeah,
how I told my cousin before, he goes, I don't know how you do this, but how you doing it? I was like, honestly, if I explained it to the way I want to, you guys would probably say I'm crazy or I'm going nuts. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm not. Like the more you see life differently, the more you stay sober and clean and keep your mind focused, the more things start opening up, man. Like
hmm,
straight up, bro. Like it's just hard to explain, man.
yeah.
But mentally, physically, I feel great, bro.
Yeah, I think it's hard to explain because one, we're not in the same like headspace as you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I think that is the biggest thing. And if people are saying like, "Oh, he's just saying that," like I don't understand what he's trying to say. Like, of course you don't. You know what I mean? I might not even understand, but like I respect it. Like I'm not gonna lie and say like, "Oh yeah, I totally get what you're saying." Like, I'm not like I'm still I still drink from time to time too, so it's like I'm not going to be in the same mindset, but then you know what, I can at least respect what he's saying and believe that he actually like set out to do what he did, you know. So I think, you know, yeah, I don't think people will really understand ever until they're kind of like doing the same thing you are, you know, kind of
Right.
like get sober, trying to get into the same headspace, you know.
Right, bro. Straight up, man. I mean, I've gotten people saying that I was on drugs and shit like that. It's like,
Oh
nah, man, I'm not
shit.
on drugs, bro. Like, I'm not bony, but then like they could tell, like, if, in person, that have lost weight. You know, I've
Mhm.
lost a lot of water weight, and I've gotten like comments like, you know, you on drugs or shit like that, and it's because, well, I'm not really tripping off of it because, like you said, they're not in the same space as me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like what I'm going through is my own journey,
Yeah.
and nobody understands it, but it's cool though. It's cool.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I think that just goes to like, honestly, and no knock on them, but I'm just saying, like, instead of just looking at you or somebody else and kind of critiquing, why don't you look at yourself first and then critique? You know what I mean? That, I think it just goes back to kind of like, man, why can he do that and I can't? You know what I mean? There's always got to be a negative, like, oh, he's getting skinny because he's doing drugs, or like he's, you know, he's doing different things because he thinks he's better now or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't know. I don't understand why people always got to throw a negative when you're only doing the positives. You know what I mean?
It's the balance of life, like we talked about in the first episode.
Yeah.
Like David Goggins said, man, it, embrace it, because he said even if you knew how to walk on water, they would say you only know how to walk on water because you can't swim. You know, so you just gotta embrace it, man. It's like there's it's a balance, man. They're
Mhm.
gonna be negative. It's cool. It's cool. Like it's cool. They are in some type of mind state themselves that the only way to free themselves is to be negative. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like they will find themselves eventually and go from there. But until then, just let them be.
Yeah.
Just let
I
them be.
mean, yeah, that's the only best way to do it, you know. So you told me you were going to be on all that talk. Did they contact you to go on to their show?
Yeah, they hit me up after you hit me up, and then I just told them that I had two interviews, I think, before them. So right after I was done, I would hit them back up and see if we could still arrange something. But
Mm.
yeah, but that's just as far as we got. Like we haven't
Oh,
set a
okay.
date or nothing like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. If it comes out, make sure you guys go check that out too. Uh, has there been any other opportunities ever since you changed your channel? I know, you know, you've been in the music game for a minute because of your channel. So you've been able to meet and interact with a lot of the people in the industry. But have you, ever since you switched up your channel, has there been different opportunities that you didn't think that you would ever want or even get?
Opportunities. Not too sure how. I mean, like what kind of opportunities you're talking about, or if you're talking about like interviews and stuff with other people, or just meeting up with certain people, or
Or just any, like, you know, yeah, like meeting with people, or you know, any like building relationships that you never thought that you would build with certain peoples, or
more women are tuned into my channel now that I noticed
mm,
from like reacting to doing what I'm doing now. Like I'm showing more family vibes, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
excuse me. But yeah, more women are more tuned in, commenting. So that's a good thing. That's something I've always wanted to reach to, but
Yeah.
I knew me being like a junkie and everything before, not junk, I wouldn't say a junkie, but like, you know, the way I was acting, like
Hmm.
I don't blame it. I don't blame anybody if they wasn't to respect or to follow what I was doing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But now I seem like it seems like I'm gaining, you know, the audience of women, and that's a big opportunity, and you know, something for me to cherish, and like cool, man, it's happening, you know. So
Yeah.
for sure, that's a big one right there. That's probably the main one.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. Honestly, it's hard to have well, for me as like a guy, and I mainly do like interviews and conversations and stuff. I've only had, I think, 3 female guests, and the rest is like guys. I've had, this is the 18th episode, so 15 guys compared to like three women in the episode. So for a fact, I do need to somehow attract more women and female audience. It's gonna be hard, but I don't know. We'll see what I do. We'll see what I do.
It is hard, man. It is hard because it number one, it's kind of intimidating to reach out to women in general because you just don't know what they're thinking, and because guys, they're just gonna be like, I'm busy, I'm cool, but you don't know if the girls are actually gonna be like, no, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Like she's not gonna collaborate well, whatever. But it's worth a shot, man. It's worth a shot. All the most they could say is no.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. And so how have your stocks and investment stuff been doing ever since you started doing that with this channel? I know you've been keeping your audience posted about your progress. How has that been going?
For my crypto's been good. Crypto's always like strong, and then it will drop a little bit and get strong again. So crypto, I'm not too worried about. But stocks, I am like broke even right now. I was up like 6 or 7 grand from when I started. But then the whole market crashed, you know what I'm saying? The whole market went down. So either you sit tight or you sell and take a loss. And reason why I haven't been talking about the stocks, because there's not really no point to talk about stocks that are sitting low right now. And
Yeah.
my stocks are down a little bit, but I'm just holding it there. I'm not selling. And because I'm already long-term thinking, I'm not trying to get rich overnight. So my stocks are just sitting low, but my crypto is good. That's how my journey with investing in stocks is going.
How did you get all these information? Do you just kind of go through the rabbit hole of the internet?
Yeah, I just do my own research, watch how people do research, and what they want to invest in. And then, me, I'm always thinking evolution. So the way I invest is I'm always investing to companies that's going to be disruptive, like long term. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know electric vehicles is going to take over one day. So I'm investing in it now, So crypto, I know crypto is going to take over one day. Just like how everybody used to buy and trade with gold nuggets, and then it went to coins, and then it was too tough to trade with coins, so that it went to notes, and then money, paper money, and then a debit card, and then credit cards, and then next is going to be digital crypto. So it's like, bro, this is all a given. It's just a matter of time until everybody catches on, and like just get in before everybody catches on. So that's you know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. But that's just how I think. So when I'm investing, I'm always investing to long-term things, not tomorrow. Not, you know what I'm saying? So get in, man. Get in before it changes.
Yeah, would you ever I know you've talked about it on your channel, but would you ever make like kind of like a advice for beginners video, or kind of like an intro video for cryptocurrency in your channel?
Possibly, if I get like requests, like when I start showing the progress of it again, because right now I started doing a little bit of it, and then I was like, okay, people don't like it, because when you start talking about money, like, I'm just gonna put it straight out there, man.
Yeah.
In the Hmong community, once you bring up money, once you bring up finance, anything in that nature, people kind of shy away from it, because they already feel like, oh, he's selling me life insurance. He's selling me this. He's trying to sell me this. Like, back off, right? But so, like, I don't want to scare people off thinking that. So, like, once I started talking about that, I realized that, okay, look, I'm not super educated yet, so I don't want to put out any information that's gonna trip somebody. And not just that, I don't want to scare people off thinking I'm trying to get something from them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about that, but I just know the mentality of people. They think that way.
Yeah, for sure, man. When and what would you say would kind of like change the thinking of Hmong people, because we both agree that not all Hmong people, but a good majority of Hmong people are still in the box and kind of just think inside the box. What I would say, when I guess when would you think is that time where kind of the Hmong people start thinking outside the box? Because I know right now there's good conversations that are coming up in the community, but I just feel like there's still really no action taken after the conversation. You know what I mean?
What kind of conversations?
Kind of just right now, women empowerment, and also the domestic violence issues that has been in the Hmong community for forever, really. So but then after we talk about it, and after we kind of it's on Facebook and it's on the drama stuff, Facebook drama pages and stuff like that, then after that there's really kind of like no steps after, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that like I'm gonna be the one that's doing it. You know what I mean? I'm just as confused, or I'm just as non-educated in these topics as other people. But when would you say would be the time for people, or the Hmong people, to kind of think outside the box and kind of change and adapt to this like kind of fast-paced modern society?
Man, I think the lack of leadership is what holds the Hmong community back, to be honest. Ever since the general, that's what everybody only knew,
Yeah.
General Vang Pao, that's it. Like, much respect to the late General Vang Pao, rest in peace. But ever since after him, there hasn't been really nobody else that's really like risen to the, and taking a hold of the reins and just say, we got to keep moving forward. And that just falls back to the Hmong community not knowing how to support and love each other to move forward. And
yeah,
we could talk about this shit for days, but it's gonna go nowhere, like we just said. But I think it's just lack of leadership, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's I totally agree with that. I think we were minorities of a minority, and I think it's hard for us to kind of grasp that kind of being able to achieve the American dream, even though that we didn't come here for the American dream, right? We came over here to get away from war and start over, So I think, and for a better opportunity. But I think most of the families that came over here didn't even know what the American dream was. So I think the mentality is so different from other refugees and other immigrants that came over here, because they came over here for that American dream. And I think more conversations will spark up for sure in this community, and I guess we're just gonna have to see and voice our opinions when it matters.
Definitely, man. Totally agree.
Yeah. And we're running to the end here. My Wi-Fi is getting really messed up right now. I don't know why. So we're just gonna have to end it, unfortunately. But on this podcast, I didn't really get to ask you this last time because it was just the beginning of my channel. But on this podcast, we ask top 5 dead or alive. Who would you have a sit-down dinner conversation with?
Dead or alive?
Yes, top 5.
Number 1. I don't know, man. So got me on a good one. Sit down and have a conversation. I don't know, bro. That's a tough one. To be honest, that's because so many people that like, I read and look up to, and man, I would just really sit there and think about shit. Like, it's okay. So number 1, okay. So one of them, I guess I would say has to be that's alive. It will be 50 Cent. Like, I have hella respect 50 Cent. Hella respect his hustle, his grind, his nonstop motor. So 50 Cent has to be one of the top entrepreneurs that I would want to sit down and talk with. And then somebody like, sheesh, another artist. I'm just thinking what the artist would be like, J. Cole, how he's more into like just being him, the way he shows himself and the way he thinks. Like, I like that shit too. His mental,
Yeah.
And J. Cole will probably be another one that's an artist. And then I'll just give you my last third one. Shit, man. I'll just stick with those two, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to hold it too long. My
No,
mind.
no, you're good. Usually people can't get past 3, so you're good, man. I know, man. It is a very hard question to think about. You know, it kind of, you know, I feel like after we end the pod, you know, my guys kind of, you know, kind of sit down and kind of think about it, and I was like, oh, I should have said this person, I should have said this person, you know.
Right.
But you know, I like to put people on the spot to see who they actually really think about when they're put on the spot, you know. So interesting to see J. Cole and 50 Cent for sure. I totally agree with you. Those two people are, you know, influential, and their mindset is, you know, on another level, you know.
Definitely, man.
But DC, do you have anything else to plug? Any future projects? Any future things you want to plug? Social medias or anything?
Shit, man. Just outwork everybody, man. Outwork everybody that's in your space, Austin. That's all I want to say. Just keep going too. Just keep going, and don't stop what you're doing. Other than that, thanks everybody for tuning in with us, and think positive.
Yeah, you heard it here, guys. Thank you again, brother, for doing this with me. I really can't wait to see what you do in the future with your channel. And what you come up with. This positivity is, you know, resonating off of you just to come through to me. And you live all the way in Cali, and I live all the way in Wisconsin. So, you know, you're doing something right, my guy.
Much love, Austin.
Yeah. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this podcast. Spread the positivity of DC Reacts, and, you know, make sure you guys go check them out as well. Thank you again. Peace.
Much love.